Hey, what's going on, guys? In this episode, we are back on the C10. All right. Like I said, we are back on our C10 that we have named the Captain, as in Captain America. And in this episode, we're going to be upgrading the fuel system. We're going with a fuel system out of a 1987 C10, which had a TBI fuel injection, which means it already had an in-tank pump. That's where we're at. We're going to try to get that all upgraded, get it in the shop, and get this old stuff out and get the new stuff in. And hopefully, we'll be dialed in. Truck's up in the air, so I just wanted to go over some of these parts in case you're looking to do the conversion yourself, if you're doing an LS swap on your truck and you want that in-tank pump, or you're just curious about what I'm using. So this fuel tank is a Spectra brand fuel tank. It's for a 1987 C10, which is actually an R10. They came factory with a TBI, throttle body injected fuel injection system. So what that means is it had an in-tank pump, which is really nice. It's better than having it on the fuel rail. It's way less noisy. It's gonna last a lot longer because it's cooled by the fuel. This is a better way to go. But to do that, you also need, for the 1987 R10, the fuel sending unit. This sending unit will work with my gauge. It's already in here, the fuel gauge, but the difference is this one has the fuel pump already built in so it can hang on the sending unit and feed the engine, okay? The problem is if you buy one that already has the pump installed, you won't be able to use that pump for your LS swap. It's gonna be too low of a pressure. So you're gonna have to get a fuel pump. This is a 255 liter per hour. It's made by TI Automotive. Same thing as a Walbro. This is a good pump to use for your LS swap. I needed a new fill hose, right? So it's the rubber filler hose. I had to buy a filler neck, steel filler neck for mine because mine is destroyed inside where somebody tried to siphon it and they pounded the guts out of it, and it's all corroded and rusted, so I want to replace that. Your fuel tank and your sending unit should come with a new lock ring and O-ring. That way you can get that thing all sealed up when you put it in. I think that's it. This should be hopefully not a bad install. Should go straight forward and we should have no problems. That never happens. It's 10 millimeters. I dropped that one. I never see that again. Perfect. Gas cap. Hope this isn't how it keeps going. That's down there. Way in there. Got him. All right, moving on. This noisy fuel pump out of here. Before I disconnect the fuel lines, these, if you don't have them, are pretty handy. These are nice to just clamp on the fuel hose. You literally just go up there like this, you squeeze them, boom, that's it. They lock automatically in place, and that will prevent fuel from dumping on my face. So that is a plus. Or just use some vice grips, it works pretty good too. Just, these won't damage the hose, and vice grips might, so keep that in mind. Look there, they got the old, double nut locking system going on. Nice. Yeah! Woo! Felt that one. All right, try again. Golly, bum. Wow, I smashed my finger. Working on cars. Yeah. Hats. Yep. There we go. Put that hardware in the spare hardware bin. That's still good hardware. Dang, that looks like a decent pump. MSD, look at that. Wow, yep, saving that too. She's still good. Okay, mounting bolts for the tank. There are dirt mice. Yeah. This job's really got me feeling gassed, if you know what I mean. So I threw some wood up here because there is gas in this tank. There shouldn't be a lot. I'm not sure how heavy it's gonna be, so hopefully this will kind of lessen the drop a little bit. Crack this one loose the old-fashioned way. Yeah. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh yeah, she's loose and there's definitely some fuel in there. This could get interesting. All right, that's promising. Bingo! It's crusty. Yeah. Right. All right, the tank is down, but I can't get it out because this is too low, the frame is too low, so now I gotta jack up the back of the truck. then we'll pull it out and hopefully not dump gas all over the place. Yeah, probably will, yeah. Just get this thing jacked up, and then you release it, and it's a jack stand. You don't need two different things. You don't need a jack stand and a jack. It does both. It's really cool. You just lower it a little bit. Bing, done. Okay, let's see if we have enough room now. Oh my gosh, are you serious? So close. Yeah, yep. Oh my gosh, with this being open on the end, that is so scary. How heavy will it be? Oh, yep, it's got more than I thought. Okay, going down. All right, great success. We got it on the ground. You can see how bad a shape this thing is in. It's completely rusted. It was starting to actually weep on the backside where it was rusting through the tank. I'm gonna get these mounts off. I do want to take this apart and see what the sock looks like and see what the inside of this tank actually looks like. And I might even try to, you know, save on the gas a little bit. You know, save a couple bucks. You know, maybe filter it out, reuse, you know? Gas is expensive. Yep, that one's tight. To step up to the big gun for this one. Oh yeah, no problem. Yummy. I definitely hear stuff floating around in there. There is no sock on it. Look at that, it like cut a hole in it. Actually, the tank does not look terrible. That is a hit. This was underneath that guard, so I couldn't see it. But once I flipped it upside down to drain out the $3-4 worth of fuel in there, look at this. That is a major hit. How did that not puncture? Wow, it's crazy. All right, moving on. All right, guys, so it's actually the next day. You can see I'm in different clothes. I had a doctor's appointment. It started raining. Life happens. Down here on our support brackets, right here in this area, you can see when I fold this over that it's super weak right there and it's about to snap off. So I don't like that. Down to AutoZone and ordered these last night. They came in this morning, new straps. So we'll have to drill out all these rivets, put the new straps on. Hopefully that'll get that all dialed in. Look at this filler neck real quick. You can see inside there how they just destroyed this thing trying to siphon it out. They just beat the snot out of it. So, and it's all corroded and rusted. And this filler hose that I changed, we probably could have reused it technically in the shape it's in, but it wouldn't work anyway because the 87 tank actually has a bigger filler hose, so you have to upgrade that anyway. Whew, everybody keeping up so far? Awesome. So besides all that, I just got a couple old exhaust brackets I want to knock off the frame that are riveted on also, so I'll do that real quick, get these straps all swapped over, the fuel pump swapped over, all that stuff, so I can get ready to start installing some stuff in the tank and the straps on the tank so we can get ready to put it in the truck. So that's where we're at. And let's see how it goes. I'm sure it'll go fine. I'm sure it always goes fine, smooth. Aftermarket stuff, no problem. Okay, we got all this stuff here, all extra stuff off the frame that did not need to be there, old exhaust brackets and brackets for I'm not sure what, hardware, whatnot. So that's all done and off. Now we're gonna move on to these straps. All right, so this is all labeled. This is the forward mount, that's the rear mount. These straps, I believe, are different lengths, but now we got them off. We'll flatten them out with a hammer, which I've already done with this one. So we're gonna line it up. That is money there. So we'll flatten this one out real quick. Check it with the second one. Money. So now we just need to attach these to those. I do not have the rivets because they were riveted on originally, but I do have 1/4-inch bolts. I don't have 1/4-inch rivets. So I'll get these bolted on and keep moving. Clock washer. Yep. Torque to spec. Perfect. Sweep, sweep, sweep. all day long, sweeping up the floor while I sing that song. Wonder if Adam Sandler's doing this right about now. Oh boy. Yep, keep a clean shop around here. All right, let's see if we can convert this bad boy. You might be asking yourself, why would he buy a sending unit that already has a pump? Surely you can get the sending unit without the pump. It'd be a lot cheaper. Well, that's true, but I couldn't find the sending unit anywhere with or without the pump. I got lucky enough, found this on eBay. It was new in the box with the pump, and it was actually cheaper than me buying one if I could get it on Amazon without the pump. So, made the guy an offer, he took it. Here we are. Don't need the pump, remove the pump, put it in the bin for something else. So it worked out pretty good, actually. It's a boy! Hey, we got it. All right. Same height, same length, everything, just a lot more juice in this baby right here. Well, would you look at that? It came with an adapter. I thought I was going to have to rewire this. This adapter fits perfectly. Red to red, black to black, plug it in. Let's go, that is awesome. And this is the exact same hose, and since it's the same length, I won't even have to change the hose in here. I'll just have to upgrade the clamps because the clamps that come on it are like these one-time use crimp style. No big deal. Slam it in. I'll probably use the grommet that came with it, or maybe I'll use the one that's already in the holder. I don't know. We'll see which one fits best. That is sweet. All right, moving on. Boom, and that is done. I got the sock on there. I got the pump in. I did opt out to not use the clamps that came with the regular worm clamps, put the fuel injection style clamps on there, just peace of mind. It's gonna be quite a bit of pressure. I wanna make sure that that'll hold no problem. And the harness worked good. I just wrapped it around one time, plugged right up. This thing is ready to go and be installed in the tank. For the anti-squeak and anti-chafe stuff, I'm gonna use anything that's still left that's good and some old roofing materials like tar paper and whatnot, and use that to prevent chafage and anti-squeak on this. So stick it between the mount and the tank and put it together and it'll be dialed in. All right, we're all ready for install. So I'm gonna take this thing, jam it up there, start mounting it so we can start getting the filler hose, which we did already get all mocked up and ready to go. We got the vent line on, the fill line on, all that hooked up. And it's not tight because we might have to adjust it once we're in there. So we're ready to throw it up there, so let's do it. I get to looking around before we throw the tank in. As you can see, the tank, right there. Oh yeah, all pretty, ready to go. Start looking around. I don't know if you've seen my last video, but we had some wiring issues. So as I'm looking around under here before they install the tank, take a look here. I pulled this back now, but you can see this wiring right in here. That is not good. That is completely burnt and there's no insulation on it. And there was a bunch of wire loom that was melted. You can see the wire loom here is all melted. You can see we got more bare wires here. So that was all jammed up underneath. So I start looking around, I'm like, what in the world? I've seen all the melted loom, start pulling stuff loose, see the melted wires. I'm like, all right, we gotta figure out where all these wires go. These wires. Everything was in this wire loom here. Found some wires that were not connected to anything. This wire was hooked up to another connector that went to nothing. Coming back. Now it goes up yonder. I gotta go up there, figure out where all this goes so I can probably cut it out because obviously it's not being used. All this wiring needs to be cut out and re-spliced back together. As you can see, the things escalate very quickly around here, and it happens a lot on the channel. And if you're new to the channel and not used to it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, maybe like the video, because it tends to happen quite a bit, and you can watch me just struggle through these easy jobs that should go nice and smooth, that usually don't. All right, I'm back. Oh man, got some grease on my face. Anyway, so got the wiring all wrapped up. So I'm ready to take that tank right there and jam that thing in right there. So That's the plan. Let's do it. All right, here we go. Upsy daisy. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. Another angle. Nope. Nope. All right, jigsaw puzzle. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, boy. I have to go up more. All right, as high as she goes. Here we go. One more time. Yep. Feed the lines up and over. Think. Yep. Hey, I see a hole. All right, we're somewhere. Yeah, just adjusting. It's not good, but it's better. And now I'm gonna cut the fuel line to length, hook it up to this fuel filter, and then combine the return line to the existing return line. And then the vent, I'm gonna have to make a bracket to mount the rollover vent and get that vented and dialed in. I also am gonna have to run to the local parts house and get a weather pack connector. And usually I have them, but apparently I ran out and I don't have any more. So I'm gonna have to either run into town and get that tomorrow or order something online and hopefully have it by tomorrow. And that'll be dialed in. So let me get this all hooked up. I'll get that ordered and I might call it for a night and pick up again tomorrow because it's late and I'm tired and this is taking way too long. All right, we got some updates and some progress and I'm gonna be wrapping it up for the night. But let me show you what we got done. Got the fuel filler neck and vent line in. Got the fuel lines all in and hooked up and they go above this heat shield here. Put a couple Adele clamps on there to hold these fuel lines in place and they run along to the front. Then we came through here and put a vent, goes up, a little rollover vent there, and it's higher than the tank, so that's what you want. Everything is done except for the wiring, which I'm waiting on that weather pack connector to come in. Then we can dump some fuel in it and see if the pump actually works, which it's brand new, so it should work, right? Why wouldn't it work? Oh boy, yeah, I probably should have checked that. I didn't, of course. Yeah, well, if it doesn't work, the only thing, I mean, it's not a big deal. I just got to pull the whole tank back out. So yeah, there's that. I probably should have checked it. Okay, well, a couple days we'll find out. And a couple seconds you'll find out. So, all right, see you then. I'm gonna go get a shower. It's late. Guys, so we are back. Good news is I got the weather pack connectors. It's all wired up and good to go. Bad news is, car guy brain got me going because it's been about a week and at night I just got thinking about the rubber lines that were attached to the top of that tank. I didn't like it. I ordered them. They were supposed to be good fuel injection line, but they are not SAE rated because it is not stamped on the hose and that just drives me crazy just thinking about it. Bad news is for that part that you can't change those lines unless you drop the tank back down. So yeah, it snowballed again. Dropped the tank back down. I bought braided fuel line with PTFE lining in it. I had to buy all the AN fittings. I bought some new rubber hose that is SAE rated to fuel injection and ethanol so that I could put just a little bit of rubber hose right on the top with a barbed and AN adapter fitting, and I'm gonna run that PTFE line all the way to the front. So yeah. Yeah, that's where we're at. So got the tank down and started the connections. Make these lines, good times. Sure why I put myself in these situations all the time, but it seems to happen a lot. And if you're a car guy, I'm sure it happens to you a lot too because it is what it is. So here we go. The top of the tank again, you can see these are rated rubber hose and I just put a small connection with fuel injection clamps and an AN fitting. This is a barb fitting to an AN. This is a -8, this is a -6. This will be the return, this will be the feed. Start putting some lines together and making new lines, and we're gonna run a new line all the way to the front with the good stuff. So I'm not gonna bore you with that, but I'll show you the end result. Yep, good times. Whew, we are back and the tank is back in. All the lines are made and ran, all the AN fittings are on. And this thing is pretty much ready to be leak checked. Let me show you real. So the lines are all ran. I've even got spiral wrap and spots that it may or may not chafe, even though it'd probably be fine. It goes above the heat shield. There's our AN fittings and our fuel filter. The adapters, fuel lines go up yonder into that engine bay, which had a wiring harness that was blocking the fuel line routing. And it needs to be replaced with a nice tidy harness one day, but not today. Next thing we need to do is dump some fuel in this thing, make sure it still runs, and make sure we don't have any leaks, which I'm sure we won't have because the way this project's been going so smooth, there's no way it's gonna leak or have any issues. Yeah, probably will. Bunch of money in gas, gonna leak on the floor, I hope not. Yeah. All right, she's all fueled up. Let's check for leaks. Make sure the pump still kicks on too, actually, huh? Hear the pump. Picking up fuel. Okay, we got fuel. Let's make sure it ain't leaking. Okay, I hear it. Oh yeah, she's returning fuel big time. Do not see any leaks. And we got fuel pressure. I don't see anything dripping under here. All right. Pump's nice and quiet too. Now let's see if it'll start. Contact. All right. Uh-oh. I thought we didn't have oil pressure. Oil pressure at 0. Give her a little tap on the gauge. Came right on up though. 45 PSI, I can live with that. All right. Sounds pretty good. All right, 60 PSI. Yes. Take her for a little spin. I just got back from a test spin. We still have no leaks. She is bone dry. The fuel system is now complete and ready to go. So I'm hoping to move on a little bit. One thing I gotta fix, there are ants everywhere in here. Just went for a little spin and they were crawling all over and bite. Yep, there's another one. Yep, there he is right there. So gonna need some ant bombs to throw in here, I guess. And I appreciate each and every one of you following along with the build. And I'm hoping to get some power under the hood of this thing. We're one step closer. We got the fuel system dialed in finally. So I'm hoping we're this close to getting to the fun part. Ah, another ant. Ugh. Gonna need to get some spray. Spray down the interior on this thing. Yep, all right, well, see you in the next video. Have a good one.